What happens when betrayal is exposed not in private, but in front of millions? When trust is shattered, not behind closed doors, but under the relentless spotlight of the internet? In today's video, we unravel the emotional and shocking story that has taken social media by storm. Teyana has finally spoken out about the betrayal she endured from Iman, and the internet is in chaos. Her truth, told in a vulnerable and heartfelt interview, has divided the public. Some stand firmly behind her, calling her a survivor of manipulation. Others believe there's more to the story, and that Iman deserves a chance to share his side. But as the layers peel back, what we find isn't just a scandal. It's a story about trust, heartbreak, accountability, and the blurred lines between public truth and personal pain. This isn't just about one couple's private fallout. It's a saga that has captivated millions, prompting us all to ask, what is the true cost of betrayal when it plays out in real time for the entire world to see? Teyana's decision to speak out wasn't one she made lightly. In the interview, which has now amassed millions of views, she's visibly shaken, her voice trembles, her eyes fill with tears, and every word she says carries the weight of deep emotional pain. She opens up about discovering Iman's betrayal, detailing the moment everything changed. The moment where love turned into disbelief, confusion, and finally, devastation. Teyana describes how she found out. It wasn't just a single red flag, there were signs, fragments of behavior she had brushed off for too long. But when the truth could no longer be ignored, it hit her like a wave. The heartbreak wasn't just in the act itself, but in the realization that everything she had believed about their relationship may have been a lie. She speaks candidly about the sleepless nights, the panic attacks, and the overwhelming sense of betrayal, not just from Iman, but from the narrative she had been clinging to. The betrayal wasn't just emotional, it had a ripple effect that tore through every aspect of her life. Professionally, she felt the strain of trying to maintain appearances while crumbling behind the scenes. Personally, it upended her relationships with friends and family, forcing her to question who she could truly trust. Teyana's vulnerability during the interview didn't just tell her story. It opened the floodgates to public judgment, analysis, and fierce debate. The response to the interview was immediate. Within minutes, clips from the interview flooded Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. Hashtags like #TeamTeyana and #JusticeForTeyana began trending. Fans from all over the world began sharing their thoughts, their support, and their own stories of betrayal. For many, Teyana became a symbol of strength, a woman who had endured deep emotional wounds and chose to speak her truth. But not everyone was convinced. As with any public scandal, the internet is quick to play detective. Some viewers pointed out inconsistencies in Teyana's timeline. Others questioned whether this was a carefully crafted PR move designed to gain sympathy and control the narrative. A few went as far as to accuse her of leveraging the situation to boost her public image and shift blame entirely onto Iman without allowing him a chance to defend himself. While some saw her as courageous, others believed her story was incomplete. This sparked a larger debate about public accountability. Should one side be heard before the other responds, or should both narratives be weighed equally before rushing to judgment? To fully understand the impact of this betrayal, we have to look back at Teyana and Iman's relationship history. From the outside, they were once the image of a powerful, passionate couple. Their love story unfolded in the public eye, celebrated milestones, joint ventures, vacations, and social media posts that painted a picture of happiness. But behind those glossy snapshots, there were underlying tensions. Those close to them say the relationship was always complicated. Teyana herself revealed that their bond had long been strained by issues of control, emotional manipulation, and communication breakdowns. There were moments of beauty, yes, but also unresolved conflict and unspoken resentment. The betrayal she speaks of wasn't just a sudden act of infidelity or dishonesty. It was the final blow in a series of emotional injuries that had gone unacknowledged for too long. Teyana admits she had tried to make it work. She gave Iman chance after chance, believing he would change or at least come clean. But the betrayal wasn't just a break of trust, it was a confirmation of her worst fears. It marked the moment where she realized that love wasn't enough to heal what had already been broken. One of the most heartbreaking aspects of this unfolding story has been the emotional toll it's taken on the families involved. Teyana's family, particularly her mother, has been vocal in their support. Her mother is reportedly furious, not just at Iman's actions, but at the emotional damage done to her daughter. She's described Teyana as a woman who has given everything, her love, her energy, her loyalty, and received betrayal in return. Her family has rallied around her, but the pain is still palpable. In private conversations, they admit that watching her go through this so publicly has been agonizing. They want to support her, but they also wish she didn't have to endure such public scrutiny during one of the darkest moments of her life. Iman's family, on the other hand, is divided. Some members have come forward to defend him, saying that the full story hasn't been told. Others are quietly distancing themselves, trying to understand how things spiraled so far out of control. Sources say that while some of his relatives believe he's being unfairly attacked, others have begun to question his integrity and role in the betrayal. The situation is now more than just Teyana and Iman. It's affecting the people around them, people who once believed in their love story, now left in the wreckage. Just when it seemed like the dust was settling, Teyana posted a heartfelt message on her Instagram that reignited the conversation. In it, she opens up even further, detailing how the betrayal has left her emotionally scarred, but also how she's choosing to move forward. She thanks her fans for their support, expresses disappointment that it took so long for the truth to come out, and most importantly, makes it clear she's done defending Iman. That message becomes a pivotal moment, not just for Teyana's healing, but for how the public sees her journey. It's a line in the sand. She's no longer seeking closure. She's taking back control. Shortly after, Iman finally breaks his silence. But instead of offering a transparent explanation or direct apology, he posts a vague and cryptic message. He acknowledges that he's made mistakes and that he's sorry for the pain caused, but avoids specifics. The message is met with mixed reactions. Some see it as a step toward accountability. Others see it as deflection. But what happens next changes everything. A voice memo leaks, and it sends shockwaves through the already chaotic story. In the memo, Iman is heard admitting that the betrayal wasn't just emotional. He hints at deeper issues, a complicated backstory that had never been discussed publicly. He references events, decisions, and pressures that paint a far more intricate picture of what went wrong in their relationship. For fans, it's both a bombshell and a puzzle. What exactly is Iman admitting to? Was he manipulated himself? Was the betrayal a response to something darker that had been building for years? Or is this just a desperate attempt to rewrite the story in his favor? The internet goes wild. Comment sections explode with theories. Some fans change their stance, believing Iman's side deserves more attention. Others double down, saying nothing excuses betrayal or emotional manipulation, no matter the circumstances. The leak adds a new dimension to the narrative, and instead of bringing clarity, it raises even more questions. Now, the world is left wondering, is this the final chapter in Teyana and Iman's tumultuous story? Or is it just the beginning of a much larger saga? Teyana has made it clear she's moving forward. She's choosing healing over confrontation, peace over chaos. But will she ever fully recover from what happened? And, more importantly, can she trust again? Iman's future is just as uncertain. The leaked memo might humanize him to some, but to others, it's simply not enough. If anything, it has deepened the divide, fueling more speculation about his intentions and emotional accountability. Fans are now watching closely, waiting to see how both Teyana and Iman navigate their next steps. Will they ever publicly reconcile? Will more secrets come to light? Will their child, caught in the middle of this drama, be protected from the fallout? In the end, this story is about more than just betrayal. It's about the way we, as a society, consume and judge the lives of others. It's about how public figures are forced to heal in front of millions. And it's a reminder that behind every headline, every viral moment, and every trending hashtag, there are real people facing real pain. So now we ask you, what do you believe? Has Teyana shown strength and resilience in the face of deep betrayal? Or is there more to Iman's side than we've been allowed to hear? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what side you're on and what you think will happen next.